Hey everyone, welcome to the first English video on this channel. This video is a 35-minute beginner/intermediate Vinyasa flow. We are going to warm up with 3 rounds of sun salutation, A, and then we're going to start building our flow. In the first round, we're going to hold each pose for 3 breaths, and then we're going to repeat the same sequence 2 more times with 1 breath per movement speed, and at the end, we're going to do some nice hip opening and spinal twist postures. I did not choose any music for this practice, so you can listen to whatever music you wish. Also, you're not going to need any tool for today's practice, only a yoga mat. So if you're ready, let's get started. We are going to start on the top of our mat in mountain pose. Let the big toes touch, and there's a little gap between the heels. Relax your shoulders down, engage your core, lengthen through the spine, from the heels all the way to the crown of the head. Start to engage your Ujjayi breathing with your throat slightly constricted and the lips sealed. Take deep breaths through the nose all the way down to the belly, and then deep exhales through the nose, keeping the lips sealed the entire time. It should make like an oceanic sound. With this deep Ujjayi breathing and with the core engaged and the quads firmed, we are already warming up the entire body. Last inhale, and bring the hands to prayer position on the exhale. We are going to warm up with 3 rounds of sun salutation A. Inhale, arms up to the sky, look up. Exhale, fold forward, bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, halfway lift, open the chest. Exhale, place the hands down, step it back to plank. Inhale, put the knees down. Exhale, modified chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Since this is the first downward facing dog of the practice, feel free to walk it out. You can pedal your feet, you can turn your hips, whatever feels good. Feel free to keep the eyes closed. And once you got some movement in your downward facing dog, then settle in with your static downward facing dog, lengthening the spine, keeping the shoulders away from the ears, tailbone to the sky. Breathe deeply. On your next inhale, come up on your toes, look between your hands, and on an exhale, walk your way back to the top of the mat. Inhale, make a flat back by coming up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. You can keep the knees bent if you need to. Inhale, rolling up 1 vertebrae at a time. Arms come up, look up. Exhale, hands to prayer position. 2 more rounds, just like that. Inhale, arms up to the sky, look up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward, bend the knees if you need to, place the hands down. Inhale, coming up halfway, make a flat back, look forward. Exhale, place the hands down, step it back to plank position. Inhale, put the knees down for modified chaturanga. Exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, your choice. Open up the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Staying here for 5 breaths, lengthening the spine. Gaze on the belly button or on the top of the thighs. Shoulders away from the ears. Feel free to keep a soft bend in the knees if your hamstrings are tight. And just make sure to even out your breath. So the length of the inhale should be equal to the length of the exhale. On your next inhale, coming up on the toes, look in between your hands. And on an exhale, walk your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, make a flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, root down through the feet, roll up, arms to the sky, look up. Exhale, hands to prayer position. Last round. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Keep a bend in the knees if you need to. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, look forward. Exhale, place the hands down, step it back to plank. Inhale, place the knees down. Exhale, modified chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, your choice, your level, you decide. Exhale, downward facing dog. Staying here for 5 breaths again, lengthening the spine. Make sure that you spread your weight evenly through the hand and the fingers, especially through the thumb and the index finger knuckle. That way we can avoid wrist pain. And just like I mentioned before, soft bend in the knees is totally fine if your hamstrings are tight. And make sure there's no tension in your neck. Keep your head relaxed. Gaze on the top of your thighs or on the belly button. Next, inhale, coming up on the toes, look in between your hands, and on an exhale, step it to the top of the mat. Inhale, coming up halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rolling up, one vertebrae at a time, arms up to the sky. And then exhale, hands to prayer. We're going to start building our flow. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, spread the mat for a second. Inhale, coming up, chair pose, UTKATASANA. Make sure that the weight is in your heels. If this is too much for your shoulders, you can always bring the arms in front of you or hands into a prayer position. Squeezing the thighs together. Tuck your tailbone under so your back is nice and flat. Inhale. And then exhale, airplane arms, staying in chair pose, but we just brought the arms back. Make sure that your tricep muscles are nice and firm. Look in front of you, squeezing the thighs. Nice, stable chair pose. Weight is in the heels. Inhale, coming up on the toes, chair pose, arms up. If this is too much, feel free to bring the hands into prayer position. Squeezing the glutes, squeezing the inner thighs so we stay in balance. Hang in there. Last inhale. And on an exhale, bring the arms back into airplane arms. Tricep muscles are nice and firm. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, coming up to mountain pose, arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer position. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, fold forward, place the hands down. Inhale, flat back, come halfway up, look in front of you. Exhale, placing the hands down, step it back to plank. Moving through our Vinyasa, placing the knees down, and on an exhale, modified or regular chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. We are not staying, we are moving on with our flow. Inhale, right leg to the sky, one-legged dog. Exhale, bend the right knee. Right heel to the left buttock, open up the hips. Now make sure that the shoulders are square. So in order to do that, you need to press the right armpit towards the floor to keep the shoulders square. Inhale, one-legged dog, straighten out the leg. Exhale, bring it under the chest, place it on the mat. Inhale, high lunge, arms up. Make sure that the right knee is over the right ankle. Keeping the core nice and engaged. The right hip pulls back a little bit. The left hip pushes forward. If it's too much for the shoulders, then hands in prayer position. Inhale. And then exhale, staying in high lunge, airplane arms. Hinge forward. You should feel one energy line from the left heel all the way to the crown of the head. Squeezing the inner thighs for balance. On your next inhale, we're gonna shift our weight into our right foot and lifting up the left leg, arms up. Exhale, warrior three, sending the left leg back, airplane arms. If that's too much, hands into prayer position. Staying in our warrior three for 2 more breaths. Soft bend in the right knee is totally fine, and try to focus your gaze on one spot for the balance as well. Don't put the left leg down. On the next inhale, we're gonna bring the left leg back, arms up to the sky. And on the exhale, we're gonna use our core strength, sending the left leg back, take a giant steps as slow as you can, arrive to warrior two. Now I'll give you some time to adjust. Relax your shoulder down and the gaze is on the right middle finger. Take a deep inhale. And on your next exhale, peaceful warrior, right arm comes up, lengthening through the right side of our torso, left hand slides down on our left leg. Staying here for 1 more breath. And on your exhale, extended side angle, your variation. You can place the right hand down or you can rest your elbow on the top of the right knee. You can extend the left arm up or you can extend the left arm forward, keeping the gaze either on the left hand or on the right hand down. Your level, your choice. Inhale, peaceful warrior for transition, lengthening through the right side. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down, step it back to plank, move through your vinyasa or skip it. Exhale, chaturanga, your variation. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're not staying, we're moving on with the left side. Inhale, left leg comes up, one-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, left heel to the right buttock. Keep the shoulders square, opening the left hip. Pressing through the left armpit. Inhale, one-legged dog, straighten out the leg. Exhale, bring it under the chest, place it down. Inhale, high lunge, make sure that the left knee is over the left ankle. Engage your core. Squeezing the inner thighs for balance. Make sure that the shoulders are not by your ears, but you relax them down as you reach the arms forward. If it's too much, hands into prayer position. Last deep inhale. And on your exhale, hinge forward, airplane arms with the high lunge. Engaging the tricep muscles. Make sure that the belly is not resting on the left thigh. Pressing back with the right heel, one energy line from the right heel all the way to the crown of the head. Inhale, shifting the weight into the left foot, right knee comes up, arms up. Exhale, sending the right leg back, warrior three with airplane arms. If this is too difficult for you today, then hands can come into a prayer position. Soft bend in the left knee is fine. Trying to keep the hips squared as you gaze forward. Staying on the left foot, inhale, arms up, right leg comes back. And on an exhale, using the core strength, as slow as possible, take a giant step back. Warrior two position. I'll give you some time to find your alignment. Relax the shoulders down. Make sure that you don't stick your bottom out, but you tuck the pelvis under. And the gaze is on the left middle finger. Take a big inhale, and on an exhale, peaceful warrior. This time, left arm comes up, lengthening through the left side of our torso. Right hand slides down on the right leg. Gaze up on the left hand. Take a deep inhale, and on your exhale, extended side angle, your variation. You can rest your left elbow on the top of the left knee. Right arm can go up or it can extend forward, your choice. Gaze can be on the right hand or down on the left foot. Inhale, peaceful warrior for the transition. Open up the left side of the body. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Step it back to plank. Move through your vinyasa or skip it if you wish. Chaturanga on the exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, send the hips back, downward facing dog. Staying here for 5 breaths. If you feel a little out of breath, if you feel you lost your connection with the inhales and the exhale, please feel free to rest in child's pose, and we will meet in downward facing dog whenever you're ready. If you want more of an active rest, then stay in downward facing dog, lengthening through the spine. If you're ready, on your next inhale, come up on the toes, look in between the hands and step to the top of the mat. Inhale, make a flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, coming back to UTKATASANA, chair pose. Arms up, or if this is too much, arms in front of you or hands into prayer position. Squeezing the inner thighs, weight is back in our heels. Last inhale, maybe sit a little lower, staying strong. And then exhale, arms by your sides, SAMASTITI. Bring the hands into prayer position. That way you can feel your heartbeat with the thumb through the chest. We're going to move through this sequence 2 more times, 1 breath per movement. It's going to be a little bit faster and it's going to be a little bit more intense, but you know what to do now. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, coming up to chair pose, arms up. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Inhale, come up on the toes, arms up, chair pose. Exhale, stay on the toes, airplane arms, hinge forward. Inhale, come up to standing, arms up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward, place the hands down. Inhale, make a flat back, look forward. Exhale, place the hands down, step it back to plank, move through your vinyasa. Place the knees down if you need to. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Open up the chest. Exhale, push the floor away, hips back, downward facing dog. Moving on. Inhale, right leg up, one-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, one-legged dog, straight leg. Exhale, bring it under the chest, place it on the floor. Inhale, high lunge, arms up. Exhale, high lunge with airplane arms, hinge forward. Inhale, shift the weight into the right foot, bend the left knee, arms up. Exhale, send the left leg back, warrior 3 with airplane arms, or hands into prayer if that's too much. Inhale, arms up, bring the left leg back. Exhale, nice and controlled, giant step back on our mat. Arrive, warrior 2. I'll give you some time to adjust. On your next inhale, peaceful warrior, right arm comes up. Exhale, extended side angle, your variation. Left arm comes up. Inhale, peaceful warrior, nice side body stretch for the transition. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step it back to plank, move to a vinyasa or skip it. We're all going to meet in downward facing dog. Take your time, no rush. Whenever you're ready, inhale, left leg comes up, one-legged dog. Exhale, open up the left side of the hip, keep the shoulders square. Inhale, one-legged dog. Exhale, bring the knee forward, place it down. Inhale, high lunge, arms come up. Exhale, high lunge with airplane arms, hinge forward. Inhale, shifting the weight in the left foot. Right leg comes up, arms go up. Exhale, sending the right leg back, warrior 3 with airplane arms. Finding the balance, soft bend in the left knee if you need to. Inhale, staying on the left foot, arms come up, right leg comes up. Exhale, giant step back, nice and control. Land softly, find your alignment for warrior 2. Inhale, peaceful warrior, open up the left side of the torso, look up. Exhale, extended side angle,
right arm goes up. Inhale, peaceful warrior one more time for the transition. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step it back to plank, move through your vinyasa or skip it, your choice. Chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog, roll the shoulders down and back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Staying here for 5 breaths for an active rest, or put the knees down and rest in child's pose. We're all going to meet in downward facing dog. Feel free to press pause if you need to catch your breath. If you're ready, on your next inhale, come up on the toes, look in between the hands, and then exhale, step it to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, open the chest. Exhale, place the hands down, forward fold. Inhale, coming back to chair pose just for 1 breath. And then exhale, arms by your side, Samasthiti. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, look up. Exhale, bring the hands into heart center, into a prayer position. We're going to move through this sequence one last time. So now you know what comes after what. Try to really consciously focus your breathing. Try to link the inhales and the exhales consciously with the movements. And that's how we create a vinyasa flow experience. Last deep inhale through the nose. And then exhale, arms by your side, Samasthiti. If you're ready, we can start. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep the mat for a sec. Inhale, chair pose, reach the arms up. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Inhale, come up on the toes, chair pose, arms reach high. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Inhale, arms come up, look up. Exhale, fold forward, place the hands down. Inhale, halfway lift, make a flat back. Exhale, place the hands down, step it back to plank, move through your vinyasa or skip it. Your variation, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push the floor away, hips back and up, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes up, one-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, one-legged dog. Exhale, bring it under the chest, place it on the mat. Inhale, find your high lunge, arms reach up. Exhale, high lunge with airplane arms, hinge forward. Inhale, shifting the weight in the right foot, arms come up, left leg come up. Exhale, sending the left leg back, warrior 3 with airplane arms. Don't put the left leg down. Inhale, left leg comes back, arms come up. Exhale, giant step back, land softly, find your alignment, warrior 2. Relax your shoulders down. Inhale, peaceful warrior, reach the right arm high. Exhale, extended side angle, left arm comes up. Inhale, peaceful warrior, enjoy this journey. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step it back to plank, move through your vinyasa. You can make it more difficult by keeping the left leg off the floor or just skip it entirely, your choice. On exhale, downward facing dog. We're gonna move through this one last time. When you're ready, lift the left leg up to the sky. Inhale, one-legged dog. Exhale, bend the left knee. Open up the hip, keeping the shoulders square. Inhale, straighten out the leg, one-legged dog. Exhale, bring it forward. Place it on the floor. Inhale, strong core lifts you up. Arms high, high lunge. Exhale, high lunge with airplane arms. Nice and straight. Inhale, right leg comes off the floor. Exhale, send it back to warrior 3 with airplane arms. staying strong. Inhale, right leg comes back, arms go up. Exhale, nice and controlled, as slowly as possible, landing softly. Warrior two. A little bit of time to find the alignment. Gaze is on the left middle finger. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Left arm reaches high. Exhale, extended side angle. Right arm reaches high. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Enjoy this wonderful transition. Exhale, placing the hands down. You can make it more difficult by keeping the left leg off the floor, moving through your vinyasa, or skip it entirely. No judgments. We're all gonna meet in downward facing dog. Staying for 5 breaths for an active rest. If you lost your inhalation and exhalation, please feel free to go down into child's pose and come back to downward facing dog whenever you're ready. On your next inhale, come up on the toes, look in between the hands, and on your exhale, stepping it all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, make a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, coming back to chair pose one last time, UTKATASANA, squeezing the thighs. And then exhale, hands into prayer position, thumbs against your chest to feel your heartbeat. Take nice, deep, long, equal inhales and exhales. Last deep inhale, and on an exhale, Samastiti, make your way to a seated position however you can get there. No fancy transition, just sit down on your mat, and you can sit into a half lotus or just simple Sukhasana, cross-legged position, your choice. Here I'm just trying to find my position into a half lotus pose. So the right leg is going to be on the top if you chose that. Nice straight spine. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right side. So the left hand goes on the right knee and the right hand goes right behind your sacrum, and you're going to twist to the right. Look over the right shoulder. Now every inhale you're going to lengthen the spine, and every exhale you're going to twist a little bit deeper. Last deep inhale, and on your exhale gently come back to center. We're going to switch the legs. Again, half lotus pose or just easy sit, Sukhasana, doesn't matter. Inhale, arms up to the sky, straight back. Exhale, twist to the left, so the right hand goes on the top of the left knee. Left hand is behind your sacrum, seated spinal twist. On an inhale, you always lengthen your spine, and on the exhale, you always try to twist a little bit deeper. So you're going to look over the left shoulder. Last deep inhale, and on your exhale, gently come back to center. Uncross your leg, place the feet on the mat, extend the arms forward, take a deep breath, and see how slowly you can roll yourself down on the mat, one vertebrae at a time, nice and controlled, and placing the palms down. Preparing for 2 rounds of bridge pose, bringing the heels close to our buttocks. So make sure you can touch the heels with your fingers. placing the palms down, and on an inhale, lifting the hips as high as we can. Make sure that the knees don't flare out, so your legs are parallel, like you're squeezing a block in between the thighs, which you can actually do. So feel free to use a block or a book to squeeze between your legs. Make sure there's a little space between your chin and your chest. Last inhale, and on an exhale, slowly, gently make your way back, bringing the knees into the chest and rock side to side, massaging the muscles along your spine. Make sure that the head is moving with the spine. You can keep your eyes closed if that feels good. We're gonna do bridge pose one more time, and even if full wheel poses in your practice, I suggest you not to do it this time. I don't think we are warmed up properly for that, so let's just enjoy the benefits of bridge pose. On your inhale, pressing through the heels, lifting the hips high. If you want a little bit of a deeper bridge pose, then just roll the shoulders under, clasp the hands under your buttocks, pressing through the pinky side of your hands. That way you get a deeper bend in your back, but make sure that the knees don't fly out. Just like before, like you squeeze a block in between your thighs, little space between the chin and the chest. One last inhale, and on your exhale, nice and controlled, slowly make your way back on your mat, bringing the knees into the chest one last time, rocking side to side, massaging the muscles around the spine. On your next exhale, extend the left leg straight and bring the right leg into a half happy baby position. So you're gonna grab the right foot from the outside. You can put your hand on the left hip just to make sure that it doesn't come off the mat, even if it wants to, I know. And bringing the right knee closer to the floor. Last deep inhale. And on your exhale, bringing the right leg all the way over the left side, extending the right arm to the side into a T. And you're gonna look onto the right hand with the palms up, keeping the right shoulder on the floor. Don't worry about the right knee. Don't worry about how close it gets to the floor. Just make sure that you keep the right shoulder down and relax your belly into this spinal twist. One last deep inhale. And on your exhale, coming back to center, we're going to switch sides. So extend the right leg and bring the left knee into the chest. Half happy baby on the left side, grabbing the left foot from the outside, placing the hand on the right knee just to make sure that it stays on the mat, and pulling the left knee closer to the floor. Last deep inhale, and on your exhale, bringing the left knee over to the right side, extending the left arm into a T with the left palm facing up, keeping the left shoulder on the floor, relaxing into our supine spinal twist. Last inhale, and on your exhale, gently make your way back to center. Extending the straight legs and the arms up to the sky into dead bug position, keeping the entire spine tight on the mat, especially the lower back, keeping everything nice and tight. Squeeze everything together. Take one last inhale, and on the exhale, nice and controlled, lower down the straight legs and the straight arms to the floor for your final Shavasana pose, relaxing every single muscle in your body. You don't need to control your breathing, just breathe naturally. Try to relax even your face muscles. Relax your shoulders, your lower back, your legs, your feet. Soften your breath and quiet your mind. Enjoy this total relaxation. I'm going to say goodbye at this point and leave you in Shavasana to finish off your practice. If you enjoyed this flow, please give it a thumbs up and make sure that you subscribe because there's going to be other yoga videos in English. Thank you so much for joining me on this one. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night. Namaste.